So I mean the text from the surrounding continues. Of course, as usual, sound text, but also the smell is unbearable. There is some guy here in the hostel that, since I arrived like on April, he continuously always painting the house, the interior of the apartment with all sorts of, very smelly, all sorts of paints. Like he's doing it obsessively, and of course, shabaking like all the rest, part of the gun. Of course, they know that the robots are, they are vulnerable to smell, to harsh, strong smell. So it's a way to terrorize me. And of course, I cannot leave the apartment. I'm under arrest. I also don't have any money, so I must be under this torture. What we will do now is we will actually relight the red crucible, of course the human crucible. As you can see here, we have less material, like the threads, like the cotton and the burned cotton and the burned paper, because about half of it was placed in these in these 20 eggs that I will create a small starship from this 20, like 7 in each gear and 6 in the axle, and it will be a smaller version of these, the types that you already know. This will be done later this evening, but we of course we need to stop the attacks. We cannot continue, and literally I cannot live I cannot breathe. I need air. I need air. I require oxygen and air in order to live. Maybe if it wasn't something that your scientists discovered, like I'm almost 40 years old, and I require air since I was born and until now, and I always keep having this requirement, like to live. The robot requires air, and I cannot live without air and without oxygen. So we will actually light the crucible again. I placed oil inside, to add volumes, but what we will do now that we haven't done never before, and this will actually be interesting from scientific point of view, is to add turpentine to the mix. Not much, because turpentine is very flammable, but it will be quite spectacular. I will be careful not to add too much, because I don't want it to explode, and I don't know how resistant is actually the crucible to heat, because of course clay is kind of resistant, but I don't know to what extent. It's going to be very quite a spectacular. At least in the first couple of seconds, it will be a huge flame. And it's interesting to see, if the neurons will actually survive this kind of heat, because it will be for short time, it will be very, very hot, extremely hot. So my assumption is that they will actually survive this, but the life forms will. So what my assumption is that after it's done, we'll take samples and we'll actually see neurons that actually survive this ordeal, but not life forms. And when we are done, we will continue with electrolysis, and this will take place on light, and hopefully, some of the attacks will, the Israelis will decrease to some extent the attacks. It's going to be very, very harsh on many people, not only in Israel. Like the captains of the starships, they told me very explicitly today that they cannot find Israel on the map, so they just they will take the toll from wherever they want all over the globe, which actually, as I said many times, it makes sense. So because if people cared, they would have stopped the conversation long ago, stopped this movement of mouths and tongues, and started movement of arms and legs. And we haven't seen an arm or a leg since long ago. Not a demonstrable one, at least. We see no arms and no legs. We only see mouths and tongues for decades now. So yes, the Starship will take the toll, probably many thousands of people, if not millions. And it will be all around the globe. First, because they cannot find Israel on the map, and second, because it doesn't really matter. Because if people cared, from all over the world, we wouldn't. They would have stopped the situation long ago. But they don't care. They want us to be their slaves. So in just in a minute or so, we will actually record the spectacle. And after that we'll start electrolysis, and it will take place all night, so it's going to be very interesting. Before I start the electrolysis, maybe I'll take a sample, just for curiosity, microscopic sample. And what I also do before, after the burn and before the actual electrolysis is that I will add a mixture from one of the aquariums that is rich with my P. Actually, because TLDR, I mean, it's better for conductivity reasons. Like, I mean, the mixtures that are based on my P are more conductive. I mean, they are it's a way to add to increase conductivity, because I want it to be more, and like the electrolysis be more energetic than the one that we had like last time that was successful. I mean, as seen by the results that I've showed you, like that are uploaded to YouTube. But I want to increase it. I want more energy now, and this, I mean, the transformers is pretty high. Like, I mean, relatively is 40 volts, which is pretty good, like for home transformer. But the problem is that the problem is lack of current due to, I mean, the fact that, I mean, it's just, I mean, the mixture, it's because the mixture is too oily. So we will add P and Neros and life forms, like a mixture that is based on my P. I have like in one of the containers, and we will start electrolysis, and this will take place all night. And I really hope that, I mean, some people from this world will actually move an arm or leg, I mean, so their torture will, if not stop, at least it will be somehow decreased.